Madeleine Dubé, pas commentaire. Il faut qu'on contacte Madeleine Dubé. Peux-tu dire combien de personnes que tu as parlé avec? You can't tell how many people you talk to. What's that?
Well, you can contact public relations.
Oh, do me one more favor before you go. Don't cut off my welfare check. Okay, I just hunt one down. He's leaving, he got his car. He's going home. So what do you think about all this? You were inside. They had two social workers. Melly's gone. What do you think?
Well, it looks to me like they've been given a gag order, not to speak about anything. Because I asked them, very general questions that were yes or no. Did the department, give the orders to remove Millie from the scene? And of course, the classic comment, no comment, was given. And of course, when you don't get that, when they don't give you information, then that creates doubt. Let's take a look at Millie's role in this. She was acting, whether she's a social worker or not, her behavior was like a social worker. She has a vast network of people to contact, churches, individuals in these matters, and they remove her. And then there's the other component. Here it is. We have 20 plus people displaced, which has to be very traumatic for them. You and I, we've got a place to go. Our life is pretty stable as of today.
It is. It is. You never been raided by 10 cops and raid your place? Stable. Oh.
Stable.
Yeah.
But in this particular situation, you have people that the world is turned upside down. Millie's role was consolidating this group. And in time, she was keeping them focused and giving a direction. And the department went and pulled her out. Now, I know there's some Frederictonians who say, well, the taxpayer shouldn't, carry that cost. Well, her role, if we were to translate it, she was volunteering, but what she was doing in her effectiveness,
So is it just do you think there's a bunch? We've seen the two bureaucrats. In my opinion, they look like snobs, but social workers. They don't look like the one that's been a social assistant type. So is there a much larger group behind the scene? Sorry about that. A much larger group behind the scene that saying, okay, let's get rid of the captain, then the ship will sink.
Well, that's. Like I say, because of the lack of information, that question crosses the mind. Was this a strategy to keep the group from acting as a consolidated unit? And of course, you pull out the leader. It's like this analogy. It's like take the queen out of the beehive. The workers no longer know how to conduct themselves and what to do.
And they were secretive, huh?
Well, yes. That's where I think that they were given a gag order. The behavioral responses, looks like, they were very uncomfortable with you and I being there.
Yeah, I'm surprised we stayed there as long as we did.
And that, they didn't do the right thing on the people politics. They could have went the other way and, ordered us out to
call security and boom, boom, boom.
That could have all transpired. Of course, they're smart enough that wouldn't have been a good move. But it is the secrecy, and I think this again, because of the lack of information, you can only form something because we try to rationalize and make sense out of our world.
Yeah.
And what makes sense here is by removing, whether it was done intentionally or unintentionally, removing Millie really hurt the cause.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what's going to happen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I even told him, I said, before he left, I said, do me a favor, one more thing. He says, what? Don't cut off my welfare check.